So today our topic is the non-cyclic phosphorylation. As you guys all know that non-cyclic phosphorylation is that when the electrons are excited, they are not coming back into that photosystem. That is called a non-cyclic phosphorylation. Okay, so if we talk about a non-cyclic phosphorylation, it basically occurs in the thylakoid membrane inside the thylakoid. So this is a cycle basically, okay, non-cycle. If we talk about the phosphorylation means that the formation of the ATP, okay, by the addition of the inorganic phosphate, as you guys all know. Okay, so here you can see that we were having, in as you guys all know, in this cyclic reaction, that there are the two photosystem are involved, as well as there are two electron transport chains. Okay, let's see how this is ps2. As you guys all know, in photosystem there is the involvement of ps2. So here there is also the involvement of the first, there is the ps2, then the electron transfer towards the ps1. So let's talk about this. So the first step is that the the absorption of light by ps2 will occur. Absorption of ps2 will occur by the photosystem 2, and their electron got excited, and their electron got excited, and they leave the hole, as you guys all know. Okay. So electron got excited, as you guys all know, they will hit to the antenna complex, and the energy will transfer, and it will move to the radiation center. Okay, so this is what occur, and ps2 will absorb the this 680 nanometer wavelength of light. Okay, and two electrons are excited. Okay, and they leave the hole, and they are moved, the two electrons are moving toward the primary electron acceptor, which actually accept the electron. Okay, in non-cyclic phosphorylation, its name is the pheophyton. The primary electron acceptor is having a name pheophyton in the non-cyclic reaction. Okay, so in step 2, the step 2 is that the photolysis of, just recall 1 minute that what was photolysis of water. Photolysis of water means the breakdown of water into the two electrons. Okay, as well as the, as you can see that the two hydrogen, as well as the 1 upon 2 oxygen, which is half. Okay, so the H2 in the presence of the sunlight, they break into this two electron, two hydrogen, and half oxygen. Okay, so the breakdown of water in the presence of sunlight is called the photolysis of the water. Okay, and it occurs in the lumen of the thylakoid, as you guys all know in actually. Okay, so this is the step 2. Now if we talk about this, so step 3 we will be discussing, but first of all, as you guys all know, two electrons are moving towards the you can say that this. So through this there is a, we are having, first of all let me discuss that there are three mobile electrons. Number 1 is pq, number second is pc, third is fd. pq is the plastoquinin, this is the plastocyanin, this is the ferredoxin. And ferredoxin is what, this is also the mobile electron, and they are containing the iron sulfur protein. Okay, they are the carrier. What does it mean? It means that they completely are embedded in the thylakoid membrane. That's why they are called as a mobile electron. Okay, so they are moving into the pq first of all, which is the plastoquinin. Okay, the electrons are moving toward the this. Okay, this mobile electron. After that, the electrons are passing through the, there is a pumped like structure that is called the cytochrome complex. Cytochrome complex. Okay, and what does it mean? It means that, as you guys all know, there is a stroma. stroma fluid or liquid, and this is thylakoid membrane. So in stroma, as you guys all know, there is the production of the hydrogen ions. Okay, so the hydrogen ion are basically pumped into the cytochrome complex, and they are basically pumping, and the hydrogen ion will pump into it, and it will come into the thylakoid, or you can say that in the lumen of the thylakoid here. So this they pump, they are coming to the downward. Okay, now two electrons are moving here. After that, the two electrons are moving to the PC, which is which is the plastocyanin. Okay, so after that, this is moving toward the PS1. Here the PS1 is there. So as you guys all know, photosynthesis of water occur, and two electron from that has, you can say that, consume this holes. Okay, the holes which was occur, these two electrons have consumed. Now the sunlight is here, and it is the PS1 will absorb the, and they will also produce their two electrons. Okay, so as you guys all know, these two electrons are excite, and these two electrons which are coming from the PS2, they will complete their holes. The holes are there. So as you guys all know, the two electrons are here. Now the two electrons will move toward the FD, which is the ferredoxin. Okay, ferredoxin. After that, after ferredoxin, two electrons are moving into the, this is basically a yeah, this is the NADP reductase. This is an enzyme, okay, which did the oxidation of the NADP, like NADP plus hydrogen is equal to NADPH2. Okay, so this will use in dark region, but there is a production of the NADPS2, right? After the NADP reductase, because there is a concentration of high concentrated hydrogen ion. So after that, hydrogen is adding, and they are making the NADPS2. Okay, after that, the two electrons are embedded into this. Okay, now this is an enzyme where the ATP synthesis. What does it mean? As you guys all know, the hydrogen ions concentration was in the high in the lumen. So these hydrogen ion will help to make the ATP. Okay, this is basically activated by the hydrogen ion, and this hydrogen ion will help to make the ATP. Okay, which in stroma. Okay, in stroma. Now, so this the ATP is formed. So from this cycle, only one ATP is formed, and this is the cycle which occur in usually in the plants. Okay, and this is non-cyclic phosphorylation is a continuous process. This is happening in the light, in the process of the light. Okay. So this was a cycle about the non-cyclic phosphorylation. Okay, there, as you guys all know, there is a two electron transport chain. First of all, the PS2, the electrons are moving. After that, PS1, the electron is moving. So there are two electron transport chain. Okay, so there is absorption of light as well as the excitation of the electrons. Okay, so electron is, as you guys all know, flow from the PS1 to the NADP, and they are making the N. So as you guys all know, if talk about the non-cyclic phosphorylation, so there are the two products. One is NADPH2 as well as the ATP. Okay, so this was the non-cyclic phosphorylation, through which this is the part of the light reaction. As you guys all know, in previous video we discussed about the introduction of the light reaction, and as you guys all know, I told you guys about the some kind of introduction of the non-cyclic phosphorylation and the cyclic phosphorylation. And I told you guys in the previous video that this was just on that video that was just an overview. The whole detail we will be discussing in the soon videos. So this is the video today we have discussed about the whole cycle of the non-cyclic phosphorylation. In the next video, our topic is that the Z scheme. So what is basically a Z scheme? So this non-cyclic phosphorylation is also called as Z scheme. Z scheme. Why? As you guys all know, here I have discussed it, that I have told you guys just in the circle form to make you guys understand. But actually this cycle is occurring into like this. like this. As you guys all know, let me show you in the book. So in book, as you can see that we are having this chapter, and in that chapter you can see that we are having a this one cycle, but in the form of the Z reaction. Like here you can see that. Here you can see that we are having this, or this is the cycle. Non-cyclic phosphorylation is called Z scheme, as you guys all know, I told you guys. And here you can see that this is all the cycle that we have discussed, but this is occurring in the Z scheme. So that this is in the form of the Z zigzag. So that's why it is called the Z scheme. So here I have made in the circle form because to make you guys understand that how the cycle is occurring. But basically this cycle is occurring in the zigzag motion, or you can say that the Z scheme. That's why it is called Z scheme. So today this was our topic. In the next video we'll be discussing about the cyclic phosphorylation. In the next video I'll be also telling you guys that what's the difference between the cyclic and the non-cyclic phosphorylation. So in light reaction, these two cycle are important, through which these products are making cyclic and the non-cyclic phosphorylation. After that we'll be starting the light independent reaction, which is the dark reaction.